Hello, my beautiful Cancer. This is Pharaohs Tarot, and I'm here with your weekly Elemental Water Gang reading. Thank y'all so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of y'all. Your card support. Before we get started, we will never reach out to you for personal readings or donations. If you would like to book a personal reading or give a donation, all the information is in the description box below. Our summer sale is still running, so check that out. It's linked in our description box as well. www.PharaohsTarot.com. The website where you can only book our readings. The booking page has changed, so you will need a promo code, which is SUMMER30, SUMMER 30, SUMMER 30, all one word together, and then you can book us via our booking page. All right, you can choose the date and the time, and unless you get a 24-hour reading, all the readings will be delivered within 2 to 3 business days. All right, whereas at 24 hours, you will get it within 24 hours or less. All right, y'all. Okay, Cancers, you got a lot of patience. So there was a new start that you decided to make, maybe some new ideas that you were having. It could have been an idea from the past that you never really let go of, maybe something that you wanted to do when you were younger, or maybe something that sparked your interest a while back, but you kind of pursued other skill sets. If it's a person, it's somebody that you think about from time to time, kind of wonder what if kind of energy. But with this Four of Pentacles and this Knight of Pentacles, you if it's a soulmate, you can kind of feel like they have a, y'all have like a really good synergy. But if it's like a career path or something like that, you feel like you're in the space to where you are more confident in your intelligence. With this spread here, you have the Page of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, Page of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. You really feel that you've invested in whatever craft it is. You could have been taking classes, courses, just practicing, whatever it is. You're more confident in your decision-making skills as well. Perhaps the life's challenges have shown you how to trust your intuition and to trust the knowledge, more specifically, just the knowledge that you have, and the transformation that you've gone through, and the elevation maybe in a promotion or something like that. But whatever this decision that you are making is spirit-led, and it's taking a while for you to get to it. Maybe you had to, if you're leaving something or someone, or you're moving towards something else. They're highlighting Two of the Pentacles in the spread. You've been like saving up for something. You've been protecting your stability. But you have the Devil with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so it's could be dealing with a Capricorn, but this is the energy of like there's some sort of toxic cycle that's ending. You looking back in the past is over. You value yourself too much to move forward with anything that isn't valuing you. Anything that you've transformed and leveled up from, you're just not dealing with it anymore. You have the, perhaps if it's in a relationship, they're highlighting this ring here that's linking the two couples. Maybe there was some sort of contract, if it was a job or a marriage, whatever contract that you had is now being dissolved. And so you're now going to be able to be free to do what it is. That's where all that page energy was coming from, right? So you have the Nine of Pentacles with the Ten of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Ace of Cups. Okay, yeah, you're independent single. Okay, you might be a little afraid of stepping out into a new form of independence. Maybe your financial stability is a major concern, or this could be you just really enjoying partnership, really being connected to other humans. And so maybe for a period of time, you were needing to be, just single and satisfied. The Nine of Pentacles isn't like a sad solitude energy, but with the Ten of Swords, clarifying that, I'm really getting you're in your head wondering if you're ever going to have the right partnerships come into your life. Anyone that's going to actually, you're going to be able to hold on to, and vice versa. Okay, and not like a toxic hold on to, but just like this energy of, it's just it's such a beautiful synergy that you wouldn't want to let it go. Neither with the other person. So you're kind of overthinking that. And still some wounding from betrayal. You could have a bird spirit guide right now. or maybe spirit is telling you how to grow something on your own, how to continue continue on the course until whatever divine partnership, business, romantic, or platonic comes your way. But you have the Emperor with the Ace of Cups and the Tower. Yeah, boom. Okay, like whatever this is, energy, this is coming after you level up. So you'll know after you get into a place of stability and maybe a higher promotion, or maybe you're in a place to where you're actually able to be a strong enough partner, not only for yourself, but for someone else. Like the Emperor is a combination of all the kings. When you balance out all those energies, right? When you're able to communicate, not only intellectually, but emotionally, when you do have your pentacles together, your stability, okay, you don't necessarily need anyone for your financial stability, but you just want companionship, business, romantic, or platonic. It's like you're in a space of contentment, and then you move towards other people who are in that same energy, as opposed to being in some sort of life. But this Ace is a beautiful gift. Yeah, it's a balancing. Maybe you've been working more on your feminine energy. Perhaps in the past that toxicity was tied to like a toxic masculine energy. Just always needing to be the one in control, needing to be the one to have the last word or something like that. But I'm getting you disconnected from that. Could have been dealing with a Scorpio. I got Scorpio on your chart. But it was deep within your subconscious, some sort of wounding that may have been affecting your solar plexus chakra and your sacral chakra, your ability to create, to actually see yourself as a whole person and have the energy to actualize your dreams and creativity, right? That dynamic between the masculine and the feminine, that link was distorted. But you have the Three of Pentacles in the cross in position. So you're on your way to some sort of partnership or mentorship right here. Perhaps you're going to be showing someone how you've done what you've done. So this is definitely like an apprenticeship or something like that. Or maybe you're going back to school or starting a school to teach others how to do something that you've mastered. With that, you being in that Emperor energy. You could have Aries in your chart as well. Five of Swords with the Nine of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the King of Cups. Okay. So you could be, as you do move forward in the successful energy, you could be remembering times of the past, of when you were lonely and sad, of when you didn't have much physically in this material world, when people did, like all of those things, you know what I mean? Just all of the events that have happened may start to come into your consciousness as you elevate, as you grow, because anytime you're moving in new territory, the brain tries to find patterns, okay? And the ego is always there to protect, but in hyperdrive, it will prevent you from accomplishing your dreams. And so it's really, I don't see the Strength card, but it's really about taming that ego. And we are in Leo season while I'm reading this. The readings are timeless though, but we are in Leo season. So make sure you harness that energy of that beautiful Leo, confident, vibrant, royal energy, but also at the same time, you don't want that, the dark side of the ego, like needing to be seen, needing to be validated. If you have a dream in your heart, if you have a course of action that you need to take, you and spirit are the only validation that you need to move forward. And with this Queen of Swords here, maybe you may have been tempted to be a little short or be a little cold towards people who are only sent here to help you. And you have the King of Cups with the You Are a Badass being full of life, living possibility. Yes, so stabilizing those emotions will help you realize your worth, all right? And they're really highlighting that Ace from the past. So the divine, whatever download that was with this Tower, this is like a major overflowing of love and emotion. You may have like physically felt it through your being, just that bliss, that weightlessness. Yeah, you're starting to value yourself more and speak life into yourself and engage in activities and people and situations that only reflect that self-love, that newfound self-love. And you're learning not to overgive and overshare, Cancer. With that King of Cups is very balanced energy, okay? This could be a masculine coming in for you, or you know, the energies could be reversed. But this is very, it's feeling like very singular energy until we get to here, all right? We have the Death card with the Hierophant, the Five of Wands, the Star, the Two of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. Okay, yeah, major arcana all up through here. So like I said, Scorpio is coming through heavy, so that could definitely be in your chart, or you're really embodying that energy of trusting what you feel. And see, the first time Scorpios have a beautiful ability to detect untruths and to see below the surface. They can actually hear the words that are not being said. They can actually see the face behind the person's face. You know, and to know ships. Could be Three of Swords, but it's also like it kind of crossed in between realms. So maybe you're, you know, tapping into some esoteric, like underworld, like crossing over. Maybe the story of Persephone is kind of like valuable to you at this time, or maybe you look into it. But you have the Death with the Hierophant, the Five of Wands. Yeah, there's an ending, there's a transformation to how you deal with partnerships, how you deal with long-term stability, and how you deal with conflict within those. Okay, there's going to be conflicts, but it's about how you deal with them. Okay, sometimes, you know, you address them head on, sometimes you ignore them. It's a fine line that you have to walk. But with this energy here, I'm really getting that you've really healed that inner feminine, and so you're not going to be always wanting to action so much. You're going to allow more of that attraction energy, and to like really sit and observe and know what is for you and what is not for you. Somebody that you're dealing with could have really long hair. Someone causing conflict that you can't see. I don't know. It's giving like I'm getting like whoever this person was. You know, everybody has sort of like a villain story, you know what I mean? And they're highlighting this. It sort of reminds me of Cruella de Vil, this black and white. And so if you didn't know this person, whoever it was, they just became a victim of their circumstances. And so, you know, the harsh world, instead of them alchemizing that energy, it turned them into that harsh energy. And that could be you that I'm speaking about. But you have the Star with the Two of Swords and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, you're healing from fear. You're healing from not feeling like you're worthy enough. You're healing from hiding your true self. You're being more open and vulnerable and not worrying what people think about you. Kudos. You have the Moon with the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, boom, boom. Yeah, there's an ending. Okay, there's an ending to heartbreak. It could be you moving towards a Sagittarius, or there is the energy of healing that Archangel Michael and protection that Archangel Michael is giving you. Also, Archangel Raphael could be major, or you the power of nature. You could have been going out a lot more, but you're healing your emotions. Like you see this river flowing through this dry desert land. Like you built like a not an oasis, but it's the term like an irrigation system. But yeah, the ways that you were fighting and possibly blocking yourself from proceeding or being illuminated, the illusions are turning into 3D realities. So when you are experiencing conflict, it may be challenging, but that is also the divine way of making what's subconscious conscious, so that you can correct and change it. Okay. So just keep that in mind. I know it can really be frustrating when it seems like you have things coming at you from every which way, you know. But nothing just appears in the physical. It always starts in the non-physical. So it's a good way to help you understand what you're dealing with on the subconscious level, what you're attracting outside. You could have some repressed anger, some repressed hurt, some repressed fear, some repressed lack mentality, of scarcity mentality. Even if you have your stability, you still in the back of your mind kind of feel like, I can never go back to being that broke person. I can never go back to being that broken person. And while I understand that sentiment, you're still meditating on what you don't want, which is still putting that energy out there. So it's about being appreciative of what you have and what your journey is whenever you have those like lack thoughts. But you have the Ten of Wands with the Ace of Swords. Yeah, clarity is coming through. When you get to the 10, it's pretty much the end of the road. You kind of hit rock bottom. a lot of burdens. You're realizing like, hey, I cannot carry all this stuff anymore. And sometimes it has to get to this point. Perhaps you weren't really listening to your intuition because you were taught to be strong and things of that nature, emotionally strong, physically strong, whatever it is, mentally strong, which aren't bad attributes. But anytime you swing on opposite ends of the pendulum, you know, it's really dangerous to operate in only one aspect of yourself, to operate only in the masculine or operate only in the feminine. We're dual beings internally, okay? And so you're getting clarity on maybe you feel like you have always had to fight through your life to maybe so like if you feel like you have to, if struggle validates you getting a desire or a reward, then you will always have to struggle in order to get a blessing. You know, you may be asking like, why can't things come easier? Because possibly in the back of your mind, you feel like struggling makes it worth it. Like people who get things easy, or people who had things handed to them, or they were born into families, you know, 2-parent families, you know, in the suburbs, whatever it was, college fund, trust fund, you feel like they really didn't earn it. And so maybe you feel that it's some sort of form of manipulation of yourself, because you have overcome quite a bit of challenges, and it's amazing feat. But life doesn't always have to be a struggle, okay? So, intuition here. Yes, something, the divine has been telling you about a career path, some sort of partnership, maybe even with your career. Hermit card, you could have Virgo in your chart, maybe showing you how to get more organized and how to put yourself out there a little bit more with this King of Wands. You have the, I'm going to pull a Shaman Oracle card. Before I do, like the video, please. Share and subscribe. We'd love to have you as part of this community. Join us over on TikTok where we do go live. All right, and we put an Oracle pool over there as well, so tap in. Yeah, guys, and remember our summer sale. Everything you need is in the description box. The 3 dots with the more underneath the video. On the bottom and on the split, you have the water with the rainbow, okay? You don't get the rainbow without the rain, okay? The storm comes after, and it may seem counterintuitive based off of you in the struggle, but rain doesn't have to be a struggle. A storm doesn't have to be a struggle. When you see a storm coming, you prepare for it, okay? So it's like this energy of rethink how you see a storm, because there's a card in here that indicates that some storms come through to clear out your path. So maybe it's like reframing your mind, reframing your mental here. And maybe you've been doing a lot of chakra work, rebalancing out your chakras with this water. When you dive into the water, it's like a disillusion of form, and when you rise out from it, it's a rebirth, it's an evolution. So whatever journey you've been on, you're becoming a new person. You've healed, and so you're going to be, some of y'all are going to be working to heal others, okay? That the rainbow actually came out. But major change and transformation. And with that feminine energy realization, like that's why you're going to be manifesting easier, and without all that struggle, all of that masculine electric fighting energy, because you're going to be in more of attractive mode. The 9 of Pentacles sort of popped in my hand here. You're going to, this journey made you appreciate yourself more, appreciate your peace. Maybe you really value your alone time and being with yourself. But you got the rainbow with the tree of life and the ancient ones. Yeah, you're really connected to the divine, and they wanted you to get closer to them for this next journey, this next level of your journey, okay? Perhaps you did have a pretty decent relationship with the divine before. It got you only so far, but they're knowing that there are more truths. So maybe you're getting more downloads. Maybe your dreams are more vivid. Keep a dream journal for sure. Write it in your phone or your notepad or your voice notes if you have like a download in the middle of the day. But it's something that you're going to understand how everything is connected and how you're all a part of it, how nature is all a part. Everything is just connected. You're going to see the one that is all. That's pretty dope. The hunter on the bottom. Yeah, no more settling for less. And also it's time for you to forge your own path, Cancer. All right, well, I hope this was helpful for you. So much love and light to you. Namaste.